Okay, so now that all of our assassin's flags have officially been obtained, it's now time for us to move on to our penultimate assassination target, which is called Sibrand. And the parenthesis might be, he is located in Acre. So, Jubayer is already dead. Of course, I spent a couple of segments collecting some flags, but now I've decided it's time for me to get back to work because, well, there is something else we will need to do in Acre before we assassinate Sibrand. Anyways, let's now speak with Al-Mualim.
Welcome home, child. What news?
Another of the named is put to rest.
Then it would appear your work is nearly complete, and your status restored.
A question, Master, if I may.
Ask, and I will answer.
Why these men? Jubayer and Sibrand.
Ah, don't you see? They paved the way for change. Ensure threats both old and new are not given cause to intervene.
To weaken them is to weaken our enemy. I suppose that makes sense.
Were these men to continue their work, our work would quickly be undone.
How is that? We've caused them much grief.
We strike at the arms, yes, but this is a hydra that you face, and it is quick to replace that which is severed.
Then we should lop off its head and be done with this.
Soon, soon. We are close. Only one more man stands between us and our ultimate goal.
I will return to my work. The sooner this last man dies, the sooner I might face our true enemy.
Before you go, I have a question for you.
Of course.
What is the truth?
We place faith in ourselves. We see the world the way it really is, and hope that one day all mankind might see the same.
What is the world, then?
An illusion. One which we can either submit to, as most do, or transcend.
What is it to transcend?
To recognize nothing is true and everything is permitted. That laws arise not from divinity but reason. I understand now that our creed does not command us to be free. It commands us to be wise.
Do you see now why the Templars are a threat?
Whereas we would dispel the illusion, they would use it to rule.
Yes, to reshape the world in an image more pleasing to them. That is why I sent you to steal their treasure. That is why I keep it locked away. And that is why you kill them. So long as even one survives, so too does their desire to create a new world order. Take your equipment. Seek out this last man. With his death, Robert de Sable will at last be vulnerable.
It will be done.
Safety and peace upon you, Altair.
Alright, so a new ability gained, short blade expertise, damage. You can practice in the courtyard. Even though I'm not sure in knowing if I either will or won't have to practice it, but unless something manages to pop up, then maybe I'll consider it. Unless there's something for me to do. Although, I will need to set my pinpoint, so I can fast travel over to Acre, which is officially where my penultimate target is located, and is officially the last man we need to kill before we take down Robert de Sable.
Altair, it seems my students do not fully understand what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
Okay. Okay, well I guess there isn't anything for us to do, but again, because I want to reattempt dodging, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to reattempt dodging, and also mute myself.
The work of a master. And that, my students, is how we all should fight.
So, I think we've pretty much got all of the maneuvers we need to practice up to this point, but again, before we do that, there is something else we will need to
You
do.
must be busy. I understand. It takes time to draw another blade. Ensure your first attack is also your last.
Okay, so I just decided I was going to reattempt dodging because, well, I figured whilst it's the another part of a memory block, I might as well do a little bit of practice fighting whilst I'm here. Anyways, let's now head over to Acre, where we can now head over to the Middle District and speak to the other Rafik. And yes, coincidental as it might be, two men in charge of the Assassin's Bureau are apparently called Rafik. So let's now go and speak to the other Rafik, who is no doubt located in Acre. And since I know Damascus is now all done, I'm just going to head over there and not waste too much time. Also going to take the black horse because it's the closest to me, and because, well, I think it resembles the embodiment of a war horse. Although, I don't have to deal with any of the guards in the kingdom because, well, I can fast travel to Acre anyway. It's not a problem by me. That's pretty much what I will be doing. And then, once I have done that, we will be focusing on everything else. So our other target is located in Acre, and that is where Sibrand is located.
To cause a disturbance, it is wise to leave the area in order to avoid upsetting civilians further.
Okay, so let's now head into Acre, blending in with the scholars because I know the entrance is going to be guarded by Templars. Just depends on knowing if the game will load or not. I'm hopeful in saying it will, even though sometimes it does take a minute or two for it to officially load. Although other times on the loading screen the game has also crashed. So let's wait and see what happens. Oh, there it is. I thought for sure it was going to crash, but apparent as it might be, it has not caused anything looming, and I just had to hit one of the guards. Well, okay, if you want to do it that way, then go ahead and do it that way, if you really want to. Oh, okay, I'm off the horse. Yep, I just had to run into one of the guards. And I also hurt my horse. I am sad now. Die. Oh, okay, he's forfeiting. He's retreating. It's fine. He's retreating. He's deciding not to fight me since he has seen what I've already done up to this point. He has seen the bloodshed I have caused, so he is not gonna bother fighting me. Still ashamed to say I had to run into one of the guards by mistake, and as a result of that they all just decided they were going to attack me. Because that's all it really takes for one of them to notice me. Even then, of course, if I push them in just the slightest, that's basically what they will do. Because they will fuck me up, and they will fuck me up quite badly. Although, fortunately this time at least, I have survived, which, at the very least, is one thing I can say that is positive about this whole ordeal. And so, now I shall head over to the Bureau to speak with the other Rafik, which oddly enough is actually quite deep in the city, as far as I know. It is actually quite deep, and thankfully no guards have decided to attack me yet, so that's one good thing I don't have to worry about. And so all I need to do now is just find an entrance to the Bureau, and then I should be in the clear, potentially. And well, there are 100 flags in each of the locations we need to go to, but of course here in Acre, however, that's done differently, because there are 3 types of flags we need to collect. And since I've already collected one of the Templar flags, it wouldn't surprise me if I end up collecting one of the other flags. Anyways, let's now speak to the other Rafik.
Greetings, Altair. What news?
Al-Muallim has named another. Calls himself Sabrand.
I am familiar with the man. Newly appointed leader of the Knights Teutonic, he resides in the Venetian Quarter and runs Acre's port.
I'll start my work at once.
Here are the places where you should focus your search. On the docks east of here, among the ships and their crews. At the chapel to the northeast, near the cross overlooking the port. And to the north, in front of St. John's Gate.
This is most helpful. My thanks for the guidance.
Altair.
Yes, Rafik.
I owe you an apology.
For what?
For doubting your dedication to our cause.
No, it was I who erred. I believed myself above the creed. You owe me nothing.
As you wish, my friend. Go in safety.
Okay, let's go to work, and head for the middle district of Acre. Since we've done both the poor district and the rich district, it's now time for us to head over to the middle district, which oddly enough is right over here. And so, that is where I shall head. Hopefully, I am doing everything correctly, and I will manage to find all of my viewpoints. But at least I can say I know where it is I'm going. And there is a citizen we could save, but I'm not going to deal with that just yet, because I have some viewpoints I need to collect first. And then, once I have done that, we should be able to save the citizens.
Leave this place.
Anyways. Killing one of the guards right before he shoots me, and I think since we're in the middle district, hopefully this will not take too long for me to find all of the viewpoints. And we have 9 viewpoints we need to collect overall. So that is where I shall head. So, performing a leap of faith. And now I just have to collect the remaining viewpoints. 1 down, 8 to go. And hopefully I will not run into any of the Teutonic Knights that stand before me. As of which there are 3 different types of guards we need to take care of whilst we are here, and... Oh, okay, that's not what I had in mind. Oh, there's a ladder. A perfectly good ladder I can use to help myself with. Anyways. Oh, okay. That's not what I had in mind. Anyways. All I need to do now is collect the other viewpoints. And don't know where the guard is, but I'm pretty sure he's not too far from here, so I'm going to avoid wasting time and just perform a leap of faith right before he shoots me, or at least right before I think he's going to shoot me. So I shall now head over here. At least to try and see if I can manage to make it across the beams. Yes, I can. And officially, I've managed to surpass the guards. And oddly enough, wow, my second viewpoint is all the way over there. It's right on the harbour. At least I think this is a harbour. Anyways. Yeah, you know what? I'm not even going to attempt it this time. I was originally aiming for the viewpoint that was far out, but I think at the moment that's going to be... I've discovered that's a bit of a challenge to get to. Because of all the boats, knights and stumps that I have to surpass in order to do it. So I'm not going to take that risk. What I will do, however, is head over here. And I think I'm going to try and see where my nearest viewpoint is. Because I've already failed this 3 times. And I think I might need to do some research on how to get to that one viewpoint. Because it looks as though that one is clearly going to be the hardest, because it's all the way out in the harbour. And well, because if you are not looking in the right place when you're on a stump, you will basically just crash and burn. And that's more or less what I can say has been happening to me. So I've decided instead I'm going to leave that until very last, because that appears to be my... God, what's your problem? God, what the hell is your problem?
Why are you so cruel? What have I done wrong?
That could have been worse. And I'm also managing to get a lot of citizens that I can save as well, but I'm not going to do those yet until I've got my viewpoints. And someone had to expose me. The motherfuckers had to expose me. For one reason or another. Because they thought it was a good idea somehow. Come on. Come on, make it, goddammit. Okay, I've made it. I've made the viewpoint even though the guards are surrounding me. They are still surrounding me, in fact. Fuck off. I have no idea how I didn't die there. I still have no idea how I came so close to death, and yet somehow, because of the low altitude, I did not die. That could have easily gone a lot worse than it actually did. Had the viewpoint been higher than it was, I'm pretty sure it could have gone at least 10 times worse. Although, I can at least say I know where my target is. So, here's to hoping one of them does not expose me this time. Although, at least I can say when someone threw rocks at me, I can at least say they more or less helped me to escape. And there are guards there surrounding what appears to be another maid, but I'm not going to save her yet because, again, viewpoints are the first priority. Viewpoints usually take over before citizens, because this is how I become successful. Just depends on knowing if I can manage to be the successful one. Okay, well, doesn't look as though this is gonna work. Are there any is there anywhere low enough for me to move up? Okay. Well, I found something at least. Although, dependent on knowing if this will work or not remains to be seen. Okay.
You have no business here. Leave.
I've managed to crack it. Oh, okay. He is right there. This is not gonna be pretty. No. You know what? Okay. Well, I had a feeling there was going to be at least one guard I had to take care of. But anyways, that's the end of that. There's another one I also need to kill whilst I'm here. And so, we are now halfway there with the viewpoints. Let's now try and see if we can get this job done. I may also need a couple of throwing knives as well, whilst I'm at it. Although, well, I still have 8 on me, so I don't think it really matters up to this point. I don't think it's a top priority at the moment. And I want to use your infrastructure. I want to use your infrastructure. Although one of them is going to shoot me at any given moment. if one of them sees me. Which I have no doubt in saying they probably will, and apparently the guards will not... And apparently the guards do not like me in high places. Which is the main reason why they think the... Oh, that could have been worse. Anyways, trying to see what else there is for me to do. I'm also getting notifications for some reason on my laptop. Probably because my internet is on, but anyways. Let's try and see if I can make it over to my viewpoint. Yes, I can. And that shall now give us 2/3 of our overall progress. And as of which, our final one is far out in the harbour, but I'm not going to attempt that until very last, because I've learned that is clearly the hardest one for me to obtain. Especially considering what else there is that needs to be obtained whilst I am here. But there will be numerous different things we'll be doing before we get down to killing Sibrand. There may also be something else I want to do before I take on Robert de Sable. So, 7 viewpoints down, and we still have 2 to go. Can I manage to make the final viewpoint in less than an hour? Probably not. But am I going to try it anyway? Yes. Because I want to. And also got some obvious locations here about knowing... Oh, for fuck's sake. I didn't even run! What the fuck is your problem? Okay, it's not. It's not what I thought it was. Okay, that's all of them. Somehow, that is all of them. Even though I did have to kill a citizen to get the job done. But I can assure you, it was not intentional. You would better not throw rocks at me. How about no? Because I just killed a bunch of you fuckers, and I do not want to wind up killing you as well. Well, at least I can say I know where my final viewpoint is. It just depends on knowing if I can make it all the way out to the harbour or not. Anyways. Let's now head down to the harbour, since that is where my final viewpoint is on location. So, one last viewpoint to discover, and I also need to pass the guards before they expose me. Of course, I did just have to kill a bunch of them to escape them. Well, almost cleared him. I came close, but I wasn't close enough. And let's see. Is there any way for me to do this properly? Hopefully saying there is, but maybe there isn't. Maybe there isn't. And they are going to spot me again at some point. Yeah, I really need to keep my eyes open here. I cannot afford to be spotted by the guards. I do not want to be spotted by these fuckers again. Because if I am, they will just be a waste of time. It'll just be a waste of my time killing them. Okay. Oh, that's all of them. And there is a citizen there I could save, but I'm not going to help her yet. I think up to this point I've probably saved all the scholars, considering there wasn't any in the... Fuck you. Considering there wasn't any in the middle district of Damascus. So maybe I have, maybe I haven't. We'll just wait and see. Can I manage to plot another course to get over there somehow? Because I've already failed this 3 times. Whenever I seem to make progress, I always seem to crash and burn for one reason or another. And that's the one thing I'm trying my hardest not to do. But judging by how many stumps there are, that's gonna be a pretty tall task, as far as I'm concerned. Unless I can manage to prove I know what I'm doing. Unless I can manage to prove somehow that I actually know what it is I'm doing. Which at the moment does not appear to be the case. Although I might be able to grab onto the ledge. Let's see what happens. Okay, I am on the ledge. Did not think that was going to work, but somehow it did. And I have some guards I need to take care of. Sod it. Sod it, I'm just gonna kill him. Just killing all 3 guards that are located around here. Somehow, my grabbing a hold of the ledge tactic actually worked. I didn't think it was going to work at first, but somehow, because I managed to put myself in the right location, I was somehow able to pull it off. Also, isn't this another one of those rooks that I'm currently on, or something? I think that's what this is meant to be. Unless this is a lighthouse. Well, something tells me it's a lighthouse. Yeah, this has to be a lighthouse if it's all the way out at the harbour. That's what this has to be. But anyways, in just less than 3/4 of an hour, I have made it all the way out to the harbour and discovered every single viewpoint in the middle district of Acre. Oh, that's not the one. So, now I must get my thumbnail. Okay. We are getting closer and closer to the end of the game. Next time we will be saving the citizens.